Donald Trump just got called out for being desperate to his face by a reporter, completely ruining his announcement of his first trade deal. Now, if you missed it, Donald Trump announced yesterday that he had a trade deal done with the UK, the first since he started his trade war. But then today, during the press conference, he made it clear that the deal wasn't done yet, that it was still being finalized and it would be concluded in the coming weeks. A reporter caught on to that and asked him this.
Are you overstating the reach and significance of this deal because you're a president who needs a result at a difficult time?
Yeah, he is overstating the deal. He is overstating what he accomplished because Donald Trump is desperate. Right now, he understands the economy is collapsing, and he boasted 90 deals in 90 days, but he has yet to get one done. And today in his announcement, he restated he still doesn't have this deal done. He was just desperate to make it look like he's doing something. And good on that reporter, of course it was an American reporter, for calling him out.
But let's talk about the farmers, the heart and soul of MAGA country. They were promised riches, relief, and respect. Instead, they got slapped with a $25 billion loss in exports after China and others retaliated. Soybeans, corn, pork, all casualties of this misguided tariff war. Farms are closing. Families are hurting. The betrayal cuts deep. The MAGA crowd kicked off a trade war they were completely unprepared for. The warnings were loud. Economists practically held up neon signs. This will backfire. But MAGA voters went all in, handing the wheel to a man whose business resume reads like a bankruptcy bingo card. Failed casinos, failed airlines, failed universities, and now he's got America itself circling the financial drain. The Federal Reserve has officially joined the chorus of "What were you thinking?" They've warned that the tariffs are fueling inflation and stagnation, a brutal combo known as stagflation. That means prices go up while jobs stay stuck or disappear altogether. A double whammy no working-class family can afford. It's the bitterest of ironies. Trump set out to make America great again. The only great result? China's booming dominance and America's rising misery index. As U.S. factories remain shuttered and prices skyrocket, Beijing celebrates a masterclass in global trade. And back in MAGA land, reality is sinking in. Frustration is turning into regret. Even die-hard supporters are quietly whispering, "Was this really worth it?" Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But let's not forget the man at the center of the chaos. Trump doesn't care. He never did. The self-proclaimed dealmaker promised to drain the swamp. Instead, he drained the bank accounts of the very people who trusted him the most. Now, as the country watches the economic mess unfold, one has to wonder, how long will it take before MAGA voters finally say, enough is enough? So here's the real question. Is this the comeback story MAGA dreamed of, or just the most expensive political scam in American history? Think about it. I'll leave you to decide. But be sure to hit that like button, drop your hot takes in the comments, and subscribe to Trend Feed for more fearless, no-filter breakdowns of the wildest headlines. And trust me, you'll want to stay tuned, because the next chapter of this political roller coaster, it's already brewing.
I'm sorry, I've never seen this before. I'm on Amazon right now trying to check out, and have you ever seen this? Trump tariff? For $62.80.
We have some major breaking news right now. The United States is now on the verge of an economic crisis from supply chain issues as a result of Donald Trump's tariffs. The executive director of the Port of Los Angeles spoke to CNN and said that this week, the Port of LA is down 35% in terms of shipments coming in compared to the same time last year. Port of LA had expected 80 ships to arrive in May. 20% have already canceled. More cancellations of imports are expected for June. Customers, according to Soroka, have already canceled 13 sailings for June. That number likely will only continue to rise in June as long as these tariffs stay in effect. That's not all. The imports coming in from China on boats right now is more than 50% less than this time last year. The drop-off is significant. Businesses are just not willing to pay the higher import costs because of these tariffs, and as a result, Americans will have less to buy, prices will go up, so get ready, spread the word.
This is fucking epic. So, China, is saying, and I do believe them because, we're dealing with Trump, that Trump has been calling them night and day trying to get a deal. He's begging for a deal because he knows this country, America, is about to go into the shitter. So what they do is they put him on hold and they play Obama speeches while he's on hold until he hangs up the phone, I can't even tell you how happy that makes my heart. You know what I mean?
Let's unpack the disaster. Trump's bold plan was simple. Slap heavy tariffs on imports, especially from China, and watch American factories roar back to life. The MAGA base cheered. The red hats flew. Trump himself bragged that it would be the greatest comeback since sliced bread. But instead, Americans got served stale, overpriced crumbs. The reality is brutal. Americans are now spending unbelievable extra bucks on goods and services, all thanks to these tariffs. Over a lifetime, experts warn that's a free ticket to a collapsed economy. Now, that's not winning. That's weeping.
He is begging China for a deal right now. He's like, he knows. He fucked up. He knows he fucked up. Once again, he keeps fucking up, man. That's all they do is fuck up. But the fact that China's playing Obama speeches while he's on hold? What? That's the best thing I've ever heard. I mean, you can't tell me that's not the best thing you've ever heard, even if you're a greasy, filthy maggot Nazi. You know what I'm talking about?
Middle-class MAGA voters, who once believed tariffs would stick it to China, are now stuck with higher grocery bills, rising gas prices, and inflated rent. Even Dollar Tree betrayed us, turning into $1.50 tree. And what about China, you ask? While Trump was busy tweeting threats, China quietly outplayed him on the global chessboard. They've expanded their trade deals, boosted manufacturing, and tightened their grip on the world stage. As Trump fumbles through his art of the deal, China is securing actual deals. Meanwhile, America's closest allies are giving us the coldest side eye imaginable. The European Union, Japan, Canada, and even the UK have all tiptoed away from the chaos, pursuing their own partnerships as America spirals deeper into self-inflicted isolation.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. I just went to a paint store. It's Sherwin-Williams, and I'm having my cabinets refinished, and I've got a great person doing it. And they told me at the beginning, they said the paint that we're looking at might be expensive, but if you're going to do your cabinets, you want the best, right? So, the gallery series, we want it to be urbane bronze. And so I said, you know what? I get a discount through my company with Sherwin-Williams. So if you don't mind, I'll just pick the paint up. And of course, she was like, oh, yes, sure. So I understand now a lot about tariffs a little better because the paint I got was affected by that. $153 a gallon. $153 a gallon if I didn't have the discount through my company. I ended up paying for 3 gallons of paint $346.65. Now, I've bought this paint before because I had all my interior doors done with it. And this was just about 3 months ago. It was $78 a gallon. So I just paid the tariff, the tariff that we as consumers don't pay, the other country pays. But, the same 3 gallons of paint that cost me $210 before the tariffs, $346.65. Oh. There's the receipt if no one believes that. So, have a good day.
So, Trump's tariffs are now delivering the painful consequences nobody in MAGA world thought they'd have to face. Their wallets are bone dry, and misery is knocking on every door, all thanks to their dad, who confidently promised to bring down prices on day one, then casually forgot those promises the moment he stepped into the Oval Office. Life in America? It's now giving off serious, collapsing economy vibes. Ever since the orange dude grabbed the steering wheel instead of making America great again, he's been making America regret again. The mistakes are stacking up faster than the campaign hats, and at this rate, he's about to hand back an America worse than the one he found after Biden.